Everybody, it's your big day. What is up? We are having such an amazing day today. We can't believe how much of an amazing day it is. So we're gonna dive right in because I'm trying to pump some content out. Actually, I'm really excited. Yes. It's an amazing day today. Today we're just gonna jump in on some super practical, functional, very functional. Things that that help in our day to day life as a business person, as a social entity, as a public figure. It's as a very busy person. There are some things that we can do to prevent overwhelm in our professional and just organized life. And I'm just gonna focus on one, for this moment at least. And I want to focus on the fucking notepad, the one that looks like a list. So it has to be kind of long. Check for a link below. You can check out. There should be like an Amazon link or something below. I want to make sure you have access to it. That's an affiliate link, so when you purchase, using that link, if it worked, because I'm not gonna re-record this, then it'll be there. If not, then it's not gonna be there. But yeah, this. Nonetheless, you definitely want this notepad. Either way, you want to get a notepad that's longer. Why? It's just reminiscent of a list, and the one that's narrow, those are really nice. And what's nice about them, they fit in the palm of your hand like a phone, like a tablet, like a large phone, and it feels really good in your hand. What's another reason that a notepad feels so good? There's psychological reasons that a notepad works and why it works so well. One, it's going to allow you. This is huge. No one's ever said this before. Like, what? What do we have information on the notepad, like insights revealed that no one's ever heard before. Yeah, we do. We actually do. So here's what a notepad can help you do, and this is what it does. You're going to be able to take your thoughts out of your quantum mind, the smoke, the haze, the fluctuation of energy. You're going to be able to remove it from that space. Remove it from the archives of your mind. The thoughts in your mind, they are connected to everything else in your mind. They're connected to all your previous thoughts on your journey. They're connected to your past, your present, your future, feelings and emotions. We can get distracted by our problems, things that we have to fix, things that we have to troubleshoot. Why? Because they may be associated with other people, they may be associated with other circumstances or incidences, and we may get actually enraptured or lost in the actual realness of that time-space reality in our mind once triggered. So let's say, you have to have something fixed on your computer. Someone you gave it to work with, they messed it up. And now you have to fix it. Sometime that week, you're really busy. It's at your house now. You don't want to think about that laptop and start getting frustrated about how over busy or overcrowded your life is and how you're feeling. You're just in a state of overwhelm. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be in a state of overwhelm. No, you do not. A notepad, a list style notepad. The long notepad, but thinner. The one that fits in your hand like a palm, like a phone. Like a palm, like a phone. That one, that's the one you'd want to use. Now, why else does writing your thoughts out, having a list, a to-do list, help so much? Well, it's actually more intimate and emotional. Paper comes from trees. Trees come from Gaia. Paper connects us with ancient technology, with the ancient world, with some of the pride of our time, actually. And we've received countless beautiful things on paper, and handwriting things reminds us of positivity. And it's one of the few times we get to exercise that sort of textile effort. And we do like effort when it's pleasant. Yes, we do. We like backflips, don't we? Yes, we do. We like cartwheels. Yes, we do. We like rolling around. Yes, we do. We like jumping. Yes, we do. Why? Because it feels good. So does writing with our hand. So when you write with your pen, your gel pen, your wave pen, your calligraphy pen, your marker, your stamp, whatever you do, your blood, whatever you decide to ink, like different kinds, whatever you decide to write with, paint, chalk, whatever it is, make a to-do list because it makes us happy. Now, what else does having a to-do list, this list, what does it do? We are plussing up the radiance. What does the to-do list allow us to do? Well, the to-do list actually allows us to decrease anxiety. We decrease anxiety because the thought in our mind is actually associated with time, space, associated with the chronos. Our mind is always shifting in time. Putting your to-do list on paper takes you out of time. A part of you is going to feel better because you're not calibrating, trying to, just like a GPS system, you're trying to figure out in your mind. You're stressed out because you're trying to figure out how all these things fit together on your map. You're rearranging them all the time, and that's why you're becoming tired subconsciously. And it's because your body and your mind is pivoting these pings in your mind. That's taking up a generous amount of CPU. You are thinking about where everything goes in your life. And it makes us anxious. Because we know we have to do something, but we don't know when we have to do it. The sooner that we find out we can do it, how to do it, and when we're going to do it, now we can be anxious about something else, but we're not going to be anxious about that. Now, being anxious about having the to-do list is something you're probably not going to allow naturally. Why is that? Because you already did something structured. You're going to feel responsible because you did the right thing. You have a to-do list now. Now, let's pause for a moment because this is a big one. A huge reason why having a to-do list makes you feel better, and it's because especially if your life is chaotic, if you're extremely busy, like I said, you need relief. You need relief bad. If you're super busy, you're young, you're influencing, or you have a business, whatever the fuck you're doing, you have multiple businesses, you're creating multiple different things, you have your hands in multiple different areas, you're growing, you're expanding, you're doing inner work, you're doing outer work, you're getting more gorgeous, more beautiful, more handsome, whatever the fuck. You are having more sex, you're jumping around more, you're doing everything more, then yeah, you need less stuff to do, so you can have more fun, so you can be happier. And when you're pivoting too, like right now, when you take charge, you might have to tell someone that you're leaving. You might have to rearrange things because other people won't rearrange them, and there may be conflicts. And when you're timing all these things together, when you're finding new doors that are open, when old doors are closed, and you have to go back, you have to make sure they're closed, because that's the right thing to do, because things may come out. There's all sorts of things. You might have a lot going. A to-do list is going to help you go, well, guess what? If I do everything on this list, that's the only fucking thing I have to worry about today. Because that's the maximum amount of output that you could do for that day. Because nothing else could happen that day. And that's going to make you feel a lot better. And I have another transmission coming up, and I want to talk about this because it's a skill that I learned over this past year or so. And I never thought I'd have to learn it, especially again as an adult, and it's a different level because an adult level is way different. And I call it close proximity grit. Close proximity grit is dry as fuck. Close proximity grit is extremely, 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 extremely. It's extremely important if you're going through shit, especially when people are on you. Sometimes people respect you when they don't see you as often, and sometimes when people have witnesses and whatever the fuck else is going on, people behave in a very particular, strange way. So, close proximity grit, we'll talk about that later. But the to-do list, you having a to-do list is going to alleviate anxiety. Not only alleviate anxiety, it's going to prevent you from having triggers about anxiety. It doesn't mean you won't have any anxiety at all, but your anxiety is going to be greatly reduced. Why? Because every humanoid, every human being feels better when they do something responsible, when they know they did the right thing, when they knew they made a functional effort towards something that's actually useful. You making a to-do list is going to make you feel fucking fantastic. And here's another thing. Another reason why it prevents anxiety is because it prevents you from panicking. Why? If you're feeling like your world is flying out of control, well, address the to-do list. It will look at your to-do list, and you're going to fucking snap out of it immediately almost. You're going to look at your to-do list, and you're going to go, wait a second. The only thing I can do today is do what's on this fucking list. Well, there's nothing else going on. That's all I can do is do what this list is. And you're going to relax. It's going to help you a lot, especially when you're living moment to moment. Moment to moment can be, really hard sometimes because you can't look too forward. Why? Because you're waiting for something to change. And so being present is all that's left to do because you have to wait for something to shift because the future is locked in a way that's not advantageous to you at the moment. Perhaps. But anyway, a notepad, please indulge. Get a notepad. Get your favorite kind of pen. Get your favorite kind of pencil. Get many of them. Get a few. Because it's extremely useful. It's grounding. You're going to do things that make your life better every single day. Organizing your life reduces anxiety greatly. And it increases flow. Why? Because you're not distracted. Whenever we have things that are messy or slow us down in our personal lives and professional lives. It depresses us slightly. It depends on the day and how much we need it, how much we need flow, how much we need openness. It depends on everything. But you want to keep things structured. You want to keep things clean and organized because it makes us feel a lot better. It makes us feel responsible. It makes us feel like we're sane. And as soon as you need something, you know exactly where it is. And every time that happens to you, you're going to feel fucking fantastic. Especially if you're really fucking busy. Especially if you're really fucking busy. Okay, everyone. I'm not gonna talk your ear off about the notepad, the long strippy. The link is down below once again. Wasn't that wild? We got really deep in on the psychology of in the flow, and that's what I really just want you to gather from this is that for those of you who are extremely creative, like myself, owning businesses, balancing multiple things. Maybe you're dealing with multiple shit, even if it's just a lot being thrown at you, a lot of turbulence or something. Having a notepad to write down everything that you need to do will allow you to pause and have everything in one place. That's a big deal. You flowing, having a mind that is free from clutter. It's insane. It's insane. In fact, you know, as a business person, I'm sure you know this. Even a regular person has this problem. We have so many fucking subscriptions and shit, don't we? I have a shit ton of subscriptions. I have so many goddamn apps. I'm making apps and shit. It's like I can't, I'm swimming in this shit. This shit has to be structured. You definitely want a notepad, everyone. You want a notepad. You definitely want the notepad. If you don't have one, maybe you ran out of notepads and you forgot. Please get a notepad. It's like medicine. You need to medicate. Please use a notepad. It's extremely cathartic. It's extremely textual, orgasmic to your mind, allowing your mind to flow. Allow your mind to be free from your world, free to breathe, to allow flow to click in once again. We are blessing up the radiant. We are blessing up the radiance. Okay, everyone. We out here. I'm gonna put some links below too, just for the fuck of it, for some pins and shit. I'm gonna pick some really cool gel pens and shit that I like. I love pens and shit. Pencils or whatever. And if you like those, click on them. I'm gonna pick some really nice ones. And click the link below. I don't have a discount, but I will pick something that's discounted. Yeah, definitely get one. Definitely take advantage of life. We out here floating on a cloud of gratitude.